First of all, so sorry. I literally forgot that I scheduled it for 8:30. Usually I schedule at 9, so I thought it will be at 9 only. So at least I will say she has called me. Miss Litika has called, and I got to know that yeah, I have scheduled the session at 8:30 only. Okay, so thank you, Ritika, and so sorry from my side. So basically, this is meant to discuss certain, I will say we are in the midway of our mains preparation. Okay, so from last some days, rather than answering your queries, I am actually taking only the panic calls. That's all I can say for the time being. Okay, so in such situations, I do understand it happens, but before I begin my agendas, I just wanted to know what are your queries, what are your doubts. Okay, any doubt, because I know that a number of you uh, are in the position where you are in the mode like not everything is going fine. Yes, कोई डाउट नहीं है तो फिर मैंने मीटिंग बेकार में रखी है, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. No doubt, nothing. So okay, in the chat box, just update me three things for the time being. First being like number of full length tests you have attempted, GS wise. Second, iteration of your revision. I will just expect you guys to do me direct message rather than open to all, so that you do not go into the mode which I say na nazar lagne wali. ठीक है, तो do me a direct message and just let me know. Let me see where do you stand basically. Number of full length and iteration of syllabus. By now I was expecting, अरे मेरे को डायरेक्ट मैसेज कर ले, FLT2 मत लिख के बोल, मैंने बोला GS वाइज लिखने को, भेज भी रहे तो क्या मतलब. प्रॉब्लम है ये ना, बहुत ज्यादा एक्टिव लिसनर हो आप लोग. मैसेज आ जाएगा सर मेरा तो सड़क पे आ जाऊंगा. वैसे तो कोठियों में रह रहे हो तुम. Yes, everyone, just shoot me a message. I'm waiting for your message, guys. Only then I can begin, na. Okay. ठीक है. Okay. Good enough. Ritika, very good. Nice. So next reply that I want from you guys is that status of your optional. Just tell me in the format like number of the test attempted and confidence level. Obviously, you can say high, moderate, low. Let's go this way only. Prediction completed, second going on. ठीक है. Yes, fair enough. Optional status. Okay, optional is generally, I will say, moderate for everyone. Good. finally someone spoke about the daily answer writing as well. I was missing this point in reality. Okay, just let me prepare one last slide so that I can share with all of you what actually I have to say. कॉन्फिडेंस मॉडरेट ओके मॉडरेट मॉडरेट अबे किसी का हाई नहीं है कॉन्फिडेंस मतलब अच्छा लेट ज्वाइन किया है प्रीति आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग द स्टेटस ऑफ योर जीएस कीर्ति सॉरी नॉट कीर्ति है ना कीर्ति सो सॉरी ठीक है तो आई एम आस्किंग फॉर द स्टेटस ऑफ द जीएस बेसिकली पेपर दैट यू हैव अटेम्प्टेड okay number of papers in gs 1 2 3 and number of revisions iterations and don't message openly do me a direct message that's all I said for the time being. Okay, fair enough. Chalo. So I'm about to share my screen now. That's all I can say. Okay, haphazard है process in the process of the ethics थोड़ा है ethics haphazard है तो यार ये तो मतलब मेरे लिए issue है थोड़ा बहुत बड़ा issue है. Can I know the reason please? I hope my screen is visible to all of you now. If not, just let me know. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, from last some days, though I had to take certain calls, but I was not able to because I was not in that mode or mood as well, where I will be able to some do value addition. I too required some rejuvenation time. That's all I can say. I still have to somehow do the repetitive work at the Sarthi, but still. Okay, not an excuse, but I don't want to be a substandard coach with you guys. That's all I can say. Okay, so basically the purpose of the session is that we are in the halfway. Okay, we have only 1 month left, I will say, not more than that. So agenda is the test scores, notes, short notes, money wasted. I will talk about it how and why. Okay, writing, no writing, how like people are comparing themselves with some other people. Okay, तूने तो इतना लिख लिया, तेरे तो इतना हो गया है. Then content enrichment side, what we have to do. Then last mental mindset that we have to talk. इसके बाद whatever questions, whatever doubts you have, I will be taking it. Okay. So test scores, first thing first. Mental peace is must. Mark my words, this is must. If it is not there, no one can help you to clear the mains examination. As simple as that. Okay, no one can help. So what is the issue? People are scoring good. Then they are in the mode that how to improve further. They are into mode like last year, sir, uska 140 आया था ethics में. I'm getting 100. 80 से 100 हुआ सपोज इसका The person is like, how to go for 140. That is a fine thing. But rather than there, your focus should be on the content side or quality side, I will say, which is missing. You guys are being result oriented rather than the process oriented. I will not take the name, but people will get it, whosoever I'm talking about. Okay, some people like blunder. Okay, a blunder, what is it? Like someone scores a approx somewhere 60, 70. And then suddenly I'm receiving a kind of comment, then sir, सड़क पे आ जाऊंगा, ये urgent हो गया, एकदम urgent हो गया. Fair enough. In your opinion, it's an urgent issue. What if the, I will say, evaluator was substandard, or the score that you were getting early, it was, I will say, little bit on lenient side. What you can say about the both the scores? You are not going to follow the process, that is for sure. We are in the mode that हमको कुछ नहीं करना है. We just need someone to do it for us. Okay, fair enough. Suppose if this score is right, that you did not perform in reality. First of all, it's fine. Still, we are in the mode of halfway mark. So by this time, what one expect from you, it's not like that you should score 110, 120, no, nothing like that. But at the same time, your course should be done. Your revision should be done. Course and revision should have been done. Nothing to be, I will say, left out. Simple is that. हमें इससे बाहर नहीं जाना है. Then what next? Suppose if you have scored low, I'll talk more about it. Check it now. How you can improve. See, simple. I have had call with all of you at least once or twice with your copies as well. Okay, what am I doing? If you are unable to do it on your own, even that is, I will say, red flag for me. Why am I putting all the energy कि मैं यहाँ से ये point निकाल रहा हूँ, see, try to understand this, you could have written this. If you are just dependent on me, it means if I do not check your papers, you will not recheck it. और मैं क्या हूं यार, I too failed. I did not clear this examination. If you look me as something like कि midasters दूंगा मैं उसको. Second, if you are not doing it on your own, it means PYQ वाला भी issue आ रहा है. PYQ issue means I have asked you to go for the pointer format. If these pointers are not there and you are unable to score good, it means either you are not doing this work, or even in the PYQ pointer format, you are not putting the desired efforts. I know that it cannot be done daily basis, but at least once, twice in a week, thrice in a week, nevertheless. So what next? So next you have to do nothing. You should ensure, I will talk about it, reanalysis. Who can help? First person, you, then I, then comes the right peers or whosoever. But do this now. I will like to say there is one guy over here. At least whenever I call him, whenever he says me something, sir, ये तो रद्दी हो गया है. And even one girl is also there. Sir, ये तो रद्दी हो गया है. ये रहने देते, ये ऐसे कर देते हैं. हाँ सर, ये तो अब इतना जा रहा है. मतलब that is the mindset. And the people with a negative mindset, they are into the, sir, सड़क पे आ जाऊंगा. माइंडसेट की कमी है. अगर तुम्हें एक स्कोर हिला देता है, तुम्हारा पूरा वो खत्म कर देता है, आई नो यू वुड हैव वेस्टेड योर 2-3 days, you are an idiot. Simple as that. Fair enough. Moving to the second agenda. Notes, short notes. You all must be having notes, I will say. This is the time for the short notes as well. What kind of short notes? Which can be read just before the examination or the test. Test, I hereby mean full length test as well. Okay, so what kind of short notes you can make? How can you can make? I have asked you guys to go for the PYQ pointers. Even these are nothing but notes of the UPSC themes which has been re-repeated again and again. So people can use this as notes as well as short notes. This is quite segregated in nature. When I say quite segregated in nature, it means topic wise it is. You are solving different questions every time. So even the UPSC is asking question again and again, you are just trying to value add on the previous answer, I guess. Even if you are writing again, what it ensures that you have certain kind of revision notes which you can read just before the exam or test. Why I am saying test only? Because in the test, some of you have reached up to a stage जहाँ पे interview call is normal thing for me. तुम लोगों में से काफी लोगों का इंटरव्यू कॉल आएगा and I will be the least surprised. प्रॉब्लम यहां से रैंक एंड रैंक से ऊपर जाने का है, मतलब बेसिकली द आईएएस वाला रैंक. सो हेयर यू नीड टू हैव सर्टेन फॉर्डर ready and which you have revised, which you can directly reproduce, vomit in your answer sheets. ये एग्जाम अपार्ट फ्रॉम एनालिटिकल स्किल्स रट्टा मारने का है तो मारो. This pointer, I will say, is missing. When I look at your copies, why am I able to generate certain points? Two reasons. 5 years, 6 years down the line, I had like that kind of acumen. And presently, when I look at your copies again and again, same mistake is there. Sometimes, you know that verbatim feedback I give to all of you. So sometimes I feel कि मैं वन ऑन वन कॉल रख ही क्यों रहा हूँ जब मेरे को सेम फीडबैक देना है. मैं एक सेशन रख लेता हूँ आराम से. Then these notes should be of 10-12 pages. Why 10-12 pages? You basically, before your exam, this time you have, I will say, little more time, say 2.5 hours. But in reality, it can be a case that 30 minutes will go in your frisking. UPSC has been quite serious nowadays, I guess. So again, 2 hours. What you can revise in 2 hours? That to 30 minutes lunch. 10-20 minutes lying का चला गया तो 1 hour 10 minutes. So obviously that 10-12 pages. So what should be there? Easy to reproduce fodder. जिसमें से वो 12 pages में से आप कर रहा हो. So it should not be some substantive definition and all. It should be only fact sheet that I will talk in the I will say future of this session, I will say. But at the same time, everything in the short format. This you should have this year. Even if it covers your 60-70% of the syllabus, it's fine. At least 60-70% you can reproduce vomit directly. Na? Now, money wasted, time wasted, I put both in the same category. Test series, people have purchased, not written. Course, for example, I will say, किसी ने ले लिया कोई course and not continuing with it, or continuing with it knowing that return of investment is very low. Not continuing with it, it means high chances of selection. If return of investment is low, obviously low chances of selection. So just because you have purchased, it doesn't mean that you have to do it. Don't watch irrelevant videos. टॉपर्स कॉपी एनालिसिस कर रहा कोई यूट्यूब पे लगे पड़े हैं देखने में. तुम खुद करो. Last FOMO, fear of missing out. Basically, this topper is following this strategy, this topper is following that strategy. All we are ended up being juggling up between the emotions of ours. What should we do? Certainly, you should do what you are supposed to do. Study, have your own strategy as well. अगर कोई एग्जाम वेल बेसिक है तो मार्क माई वर्ड, जहां से भी आप गाइडेंस ले रहे हो तो उस टीचर ने, उस लोगों ने उन सब चीजों को देख लिया है. Don't waste your time. So time wasted is equal to money wasted. Now, most important part, why I have kept this session. Now the time is over. I started the mains answer writing mentorship, I will say, whatever I'm giving to, I do not know what to name it. I do not know even if it is useful or not. Okay, but I started with the daily answer writing. Daily answer writing was a thing. Why I used to say it? Because once you do answer writing, you filter out certain things that you missed to write. Second, you do value enrichment of the content that you did not know. Third, whenever you read any content, now you read it in question answer mindset. That how you could have attempted the same. In all the cases, the purpose of this has been almost complete. So even if you're writing daily, it's fine. If you were late, you can write next. I will say 2022 तक उससे ज़्यादा I will not suggest. Now what? This is the reality. So any question attempted but not reanalyzed, not re-examined equals to no attempt for me. So suppose someone has written 200 answers. So it's time to go back and reread those 200 answers. अभी से शुरू करोगे तो जाके 2 रिवीजन होंगे. यहाँ पे नाउ राइटिंग यू कैन कंप्रोमाइज. पहले 5 क्वेश्चन डेली लिख लेते थे, अब 2 लिख लो, 3 लिख लो, 1 लिख लो, ऐसे ऐसे करके 0. It's fine to me. This is the point that you should focus upon. What you missed, whatever you are missing, it's the part of content enrichment. Content enrichment में भी मैं last slide में बात करूंगा आप लोगों से. This is the time of the full length test as well. Why full length test? You should know that 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, what you are taking extra to complete 3-hour set of paper. This you should understand now. The purpose of this session was this, that you focus here rather than more on writing. Daily based writing, I will say. Daily based writing has played its role. Now it's about the attempting full length. As I demanded, the first full length simulation would have been completed, not simulation, but cycle. Next, we should do the simulation and one more in the September first week. Now, again, third point, you can go for the writing of PYQs, which is as important as anything else. Different from pointer. Once you write PYQs, you get a self-confidence. So 1, 2 PYQs. Now, all forms I did not write, but yes, all forms the base of essay. This is the time where you peak your essay as well. This is the time you peak your optional writing as well. Reason, here you are compromising. Now you are not writing daily answer. This transition is required within 7-10 days. Now, last slide of mine. Content enrichment. If you have reached to IB stage, then certainly it is more about being into the format content enrichment wala. From where you have to do all this? First, topper copies. Second, model answers. Topper copies will also help you in the fact data sheets as well as case studies that you have to focus, as well as the certain things like examples, as well as consolidation. even the, I will say, role of them will decrease after 2 weeks. So जिसने कुछ करना है तो I will say just do it for 2 more weeks, not more than that. Reanalysis is something that you should focus upon. What you missed while writing, what else you can write, how presentation can be improved. This should be your chance. Now diagrams are there. One session I have already conducted for the diagrams. I hope now I can see certain diagrams post that session in your copies. I say not 20 diagrams, if 7 to 10 diagrams should be there in the copy. Then what you miss, this is a very important aspect because you have written on daily basis. So you were missing the things because your revision iteration was less than 1, because you were completing toward the first. Now, when you will reanalyze that, you will find that you are able to link GS2 to GS3, GS2 to GS4. That you should write now within that. लिखो उसको. अब वो वाली चीज नहीं रहेगी कि आपके आंखों के आगे से सिर्फ GS1 जा रहा है, तीनों चारों सब्जेक्ट जा चुके हैं, इंटरलिंकेजेस समझ में आ रहे, तो आपके आंसर में दिख दो. जस्ट स्क्रिबल, सपोज दिस इज शीट, ये मार्जिन है, यहाँ पे स्क्रिबल कर दिया कुछ. Last but not the least, fact data sheet. When I say fact data sheet, what I mean in reality? I mean, you should have 60-70 facts of general nature, which you can read again just before the exam, FLT, so that it can be directly used as fodder. I was looking at some of the copies that you guys have shared. I found that this particular portion is missing. Till now, it was acceptable. Problem is that some of you are losing your zeal as well. That monotonous nature of the preparation and all. But try to work on these. Fair enough. So this is what I wanted to tell everyone in this session, because I was having 30 minutes call just for the sake of it. Now, coming to, I'll say, session, could you guys please tell me whatever doubts, questions now you have? Whatever doubts, question. If not, then just let me know. I'm just switching off the recording over here. Don't worry.